This is ESPN on ABC.
Tonight isn't about any final score. It's not about reaching any podium. Not about winning any trophy. And not about any championship run that everyone will remember forever. It's about the fight. About what they do when the odds aren't stacked in their favor. And the shadow of failure feels like it's closing in from every direction. They step forward.
Now money ain't a problem.
An entire division on the line in one play.
That's a man! Bears win it!
They step straight toward uncertainty.
Ohtani, the stunt of legend!
They step right into the fight.
2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up.
That's what we honor tonight.
A century of futility is forgotten. Hoosiers are the kings of college football.
Not merely victories.
Megan Keller, the overtime hero. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the goal.
Not only the comebacks.
Scripts that would have been rejected as far-fetched.
That's what I'm talking about.
But the fighters who showed up.
Oh, what a finish!
A swing for the Super Ancients.
Hail to the champions!
Who refused to let the size of the obstacle
From backs against the wall to back
shrink the size of their effort.
the Bruins capture their first championship.
Tonight, we honor those who never stopped fighting to make their wildest dreams come true.
The Knicks getting blown out, desperate to come back from 29 down.
Because in the end, that's what endures.
This building is shaking right now.
Knicks down by 1.
The tip is gone. The greatest comeback in NBA playoff history. Knicks fans, this is not a dream. The Knicks are finally champions once again.
Welcome to the ESPYs.
New York City, give it up for the Savannah Bananas!
Follow the lights to a time that you won't want to end. Don't try to fight when the gravity's pulling you in. Starts with a spark, then it burns to a flame. Oh, it rattles your bones and it runs in your veins. It'll dare you to say that you ain't entertained. Once you've seen it, you're never the same. Come and take that ride, gonna change your life. Are you ready? Are you ready? Leave the world behind, gonna blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? You know we came to play, no we don't play around. I think we just changed the game, that's what we all about. We gonna be showing up, we gonna be showing out. With a 3 and a 2 and a 1, the show starts now.
It's we the best Rock Nation Chopper Squad. New York City, stand up. Let's go. Are you ready for what's about to happen? It's the 2026 ESPY Awards. Stand up. Let's go. New York. It's DJ Khaled. We got the NBA champs in the house. New York Knicks. Move out the way. You're in the prompter. But it's all up. We got the Olympics gold medalists. We got every athlete in the building. If you're having a good time, put your hands in the sky like this. New York!
Come and take that
ESPY
ride,
Awards
gonna change your life.
2026.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Leave the world behind.
We the best
gonna
Rock
blow
Nation
your
Chopper
mind.
Squad.
Are you ready?
Let's go!
Ready?
More
You know we
fire!
came to play, no we don't
the David H. Koch Theater at Lincoln Center in New York City. Welcome to the 2026 ESPYs, presented by Capital One. And now introducing your host, standing 5'7".
Yo, stop that. 5'8". Start again, please. Thank you.
Okay. Introducing your host, standing 5'8", 155 pounds, from Miami, Florida, by way of Cuba and the Dominican Republic. First time and therefore undefeated ESPY host, Marcelo El Niño Hernandez!
Los cielos y el amoroso Espíritu Santo, a su gracia yo soy un reinado y de gozo se llena mi canto. Encima soy un reflejo que me lleva por siempre en victoria y me ha hecho cabeza y no cola. En mi Cristo yo todo lo puedo. Que Jesús me dijo que me riera si el enemigo me tiente en la carrera. Y también me dijo no te mortifiques, que yo le envío mis aves, papá, que lo pique ya tú ves.
Hello, welcome to the ESPY Awards. Thank you so much for being here. I got a big family, I'm Latino. Mike Tyson ripped my watch off. Welcome to the ESPYs, everyone. Thank you so much. Hello. Yes. This is the only award show where none of the nominees were bullied in high school. I am Marcelo Hernandez, and I am the first Latino to host the ESPY Awards in over 25 years. I also want to shout out last year's host, Shane Gillis. He is watching from home like a true American. On his couch, drinking a beer while a Hispanic guy does his job. I personally think it's crazy that I get to host the ESPYs. This is an American dream for a child of immigrants to host the biggest show in sports. My mom came to this country by herself at 20 years old. She worked as a nanny. She lived in an efficiency, which is a room attached to a house. She paid her way through college by working during the day and going to school at night. And at her graduation, she was pregnant with me. And I just figured that if I had to hear it every day, you all could hear it once. And so, Steph Curry, I know you're here. If you're really one of the GOATs, get up and give my mom a kiss, man, please. Come on, bro. She's right there. Give her a hug. Come on, please, do it. She's been through a lot. Yeah. Yes. Nice. As a child of immigrants, I also want to shout out all the immigrant athletes in the room and those watching from home. Immigrant athletes are what makes sports great. Because at the end of the day, sports without immigrants is just cornhole. I also must say it's an honor to be here among so many incredible athletes and Jake Paul. Jake, that's just a joke, okay? Don't fight me. My dad and my stepdad are both here and they're over 50 and I know that's how you like them. So fight them instead. The ESPYs are back in New York this year, and I want you to make some noise for your NBA champion, New York Knicks, in the house. Congratulations. Cap, Jalen McCall, they didn't think you were gonna do it. And you did it, Bobby, that's fire. The Knicks won their first championship since 1973. And to put into perspective how long ago that was, in 1973, hockey players didn't wear helmets. Basketball had no three-point line. And in 1973, Bill Belichick was the age his girlfriend is now. Is that the line? Is that where you're drawing the line? The ESPYs are back in New York, and the World Cup is back in the US. What a time to be in America. The World Cup is the time when American sports fans remember what the word world means. 'Cause they usually think it means the US and one team from Toronto. I will say it has been amazing to see Americans learn about soccer and Europeans learn about ranch dressing. And I have something to say to the Europeans. Come in here. It's not so easy to stay skinny here, is it? I've really enjoyed watching you slim snobs eating our delicious junk food. And this is real karma. You called Americans fat for hundreds of years, and now look at you, drinking ranch. Taking it home with you like a weirdo. That's the fattest thing you can do, by the way. Travel with ranch. I can't wait for them to go back to Europe and not fit into a medium anymore. I personally love the ESPYs because the ESPYs are voted on by the fans. The awards go to the athletes in the front, but none of us would be here if it wasn't for the fans watching at home and the ones that are here sitting in the balcony with the hockey players. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm kidding. Hockey players are in the front. Shout out to my hockey players in the house. This year, the USA men and women's Olympic hockey teams both won the gold medal. Let them hear it. And I have to say, when I watch hockey, I like to watch the ref. Because I like hockey, but I love the hockey ref. The hockey ref is my favorite ref in all of sports because he's the only ref that does his job like this. It's always a white ref, but he moves Latino. Have you seen him skate backwards? He's so dramatic too. Anytime something bad happens, the ref's like, oh, hell no. That was bad. You know how I know hockey is a white sport? No matter what you do, the worst thing that happens is go to timeout for 2 minutes. Latino people watch hockey, and when they see him put those guys in the box for 2 minutes, the Latino people are like, he gonna do it again. He didn't learn anything from that. A lot of football players in the house tonight. Where are the football players at? Let me hear you. Ooh, ooh. I want to congratulate one player. I want to congratulate Caleb Williams, the quarterback for the Chicago Bears, who will be on the cover of the new Madden video game. Congratulations to Caleb. Yeah. And Tiger Woods will be on the cover of Grand Theft Auto. I love you, Tiger. I'm a big fan, man. It's just, it was written so well. I also want to shout out the WNBA players for signing a new deal, and they're now making more money than ever before. Yes. Yes. It's a lot of new money in the WNBA, man. Opening up the door for a new reality show, Basketball Husbands and Wives. But mostly wives. Because, anyway. A lot of young players have also hit the scene this year. Bronny James, LeBron James' son, is in the NBA now. Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, is in the NFL. And Jalen Brunson, Rick Brunson's son, got to win an NBA championship with his dad as the coach. Which proves one thing, which is that nepotism, like most things, is way cooler when a black guy does it. Rick Brunson looked at me like, I know something's coming. Sports is about family at the end of the day, and I want to shout out my uncle Pepito. He is the man that got me into sports. I lost him earlier this year. He passed away, actually 1 year ago today. And I will cherish the memories always of him taking me to my first baseball game. And as soon as the game was over, he would say, let's race to the car. And we would race to his car in the parking lot. And as a kid, I thought we were racing for fun. Much later, I realized he never paid for parking. My uncle was a Florida Marlins fan, and ultimately, that is what we think killed him. I love you, Pepito. He would have liked that one. He would have liked that one. And tonight, on this beautiful night when we get to celebrate sports, I want to dedicate this show to him, to all the coaches that inspired us, to the moms and the dads that woke up early to drive us to practice and to games, to all the Little League umpires that don't get paid enough to fist fight drunk parents. You guys make sports possible, and tonight is dedicated to you. Thank you all. And now, presenting the first award of the night, 3-time Olympic gold medalist Eileen Gu, and from the U.S. men's national team, Balogun.
So surprised and delighted to be presenting Best Championship Performance.
I'm surprised too. I heard you got suspended from the ESPYs for taking too many muffins from craft service.
I was, but you know how it goes. A call was made, here I am, go figure.
Classic. So, here are our newly crowned nominees for Best Championship Performance.
Starting goaltender in her first Olympic Games, Darren Frankel.
Third straight shutout.
Steamroll through this tournament.
United States wins gold in Milan.
Well, Brunson Burner has been lit. Brunson put this team on his back. 45 points in the biggest game of his life. Puts it in! He will be the king of New York.
Tegan Kavan, fourth complete game win of this World Series.
Masterful.
Struck her out, leads the Longhorns to back-to-back rings.
Stars align in the sky tonight. Lift me high enough.
Oh, what a save! Couple hellebuck of a save. He's the reason why they have the gold medal.
And the ESPY goes to Jalen Brunson.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my family for sacrificing everything day in and day out. Thank you to Jim Dolan, Nick's organization, Leon, front office, Mike Brown, my teammates. Without them, none of this would be possible. They allow me to be me, and so I'm forever indebted to them. Thank you.
Tonight, the biggest stars in sports and entertainment come together to celebrate the plays, athletes, and teams that define the year in sports.
It's over! It's over!
It's the ESPYs on ABC. The 2026 ESPYs is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Gatorade, clinically proven hydration.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one time for DJ Premier in the house. Oh, yeah. Hey, Primo, play my noise. No. That was messed up, for real. Play my tag, the tag I gave you.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Marcelo's hosting? I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome back to the ESPYs. I want to give a quick shout out to Pat McAfee. Hey, yo, Pat McAfee, can you get up real quick? Yo, Pat McAfee. Pat, I appreciate you. Pat found out there was a Latino host and he wore his most Mexican shirt. That was very nice of you, Pat. Thank you, man. Gracias a ti, mi amigo. Gracias. The great Pat Riley once said, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And that's why I would like to share an exciting new masterclass that helps all athletes improve their game. Let's have a look. The art of taking a dive. The beauty of selling the ref. The glory of a flop. It isn't as easy as it looks, and that's where I come in. My name is Pancho Faulino, and this is Flopping 101. Now let's see it in action with my friend Bam. A name that's a sound. Reminds me of my daughter. Mwah. Let's begin. Enough with the ball. Now let me show you how an artiste flops. Take the boo-boo, put it in the ha-ha. Ah! Ah! And scene. That's how it's done, bitch.
A couple decades ago, flopping wasn't really a thing. But then Pancho came onto the scene. He friggin' changed everything.
I helped Neymar learn how to roll on the ground while grabbing his papaya. I taught Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to always make his face do this. And what's the big one that looks like a loaf of bread?
Jokic for the foul.
Flopping is a mixture of a science and an art. A shart, if you will.
Thanks to Pancho, I've become an incredible actor. They call me Daniel Day-Lewis.
Soccer players don't ever flop.
Not going to give a penalty for that.
You guys aren't showing a bunch of soccer flops, are you?
My class covers all the basics. Big fall after little contact. The resurrection. I've died. I'm dead. And I resurrect. You know what you just did to me, huh? Let me tell you something. Look at me when I'm talking to you. And showing the ref where the bad man touched you. Oh! But flopping isn't the only thing I teach. A lot of people don't know this, but Kevin Hart is a Dominican man. Spanish is his first language. I taught him to speak English.
Estoy como estamos bueno.
I'll tell you what, he really upped my game. Back!
Again!
Back!
Again!
Back!
Now give me 6 in a row.
Back!
Yes.
Back!
That's it, Chris! Yes! Yes! Well, that's all for today, Bambi. Thank you so much for everything. Oh, no. Bam, did I hurt you?
No. You taught me.
Oh, Marcelo's hosting? I like that.
From the upcoming Netflix movie, 72 Hours, please welcome Cam Patterson, Ben Marshall, Mason Gooding, and Kevin Hart.
Our next award celebrates the athletes who seem to show up out of nowhere.
Who have gone from virtually unknown,
And now, they're everywhere. You guys are crushing it. And I'm serious. I'm proud of you guys.
Thanks.
72 Hours comes out on Netflix July 24th. Back to the script. And to them, I say, don't let anyone tell you you're in too many things or you're oversaturated. My message to all of these players is to make the money, okay? Here are the nominees for the best breakthrough athlete.
We're watching legendary stuff right now.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me.
Lisa Lou.
It's automatic, I win it, so you hear those horns and fade.
That was golden skating.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mendoza on fire.
Let him hate, I drop your whole clan.
Give him the Heisman now.
Let's go. You can't see me. Got my soul straight. I brush them out with Colgate.
The Sharks' 19-year-old superstar makes history.
The franchise will shine now.
That guy right there, straight there.
Turning into Superman. Storming on these drums like I'm thunder and lightning.
To the Super Bowl, baby.
My time is now.
All right. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see who the best breakthrough athlete is. You know what else I'm excited about? My movie, 72 Hours, which is dropping on Netflix July 24th. Shameless plug. Okay, here we go. The best breakthrough athlete is, oh my goodness, Alyssa Liu. Alyssa Liu!
First of all, I'm really honored to be given this award. I've been in my sport since I was 5 years old, and I had some really rough times in it, and I took 2 years off. And so for me, it really feels like I broke through in my own way for myself and for my sport. I love being an athlete. I couldn't have done it without my team. Philip, Massimo, those are my two coaches, and they've really helped me through these 2 years. And I feel like mentally, physically, they helped me, I'm gonna say break through again, but they helped me break through. And so, yeah, thank you guys.
Later tonight on the ESPYs, we celebrate 9 of the best teams in all of sports.
Big fans, this is not a dream. A brother for life, man. United States, Vince Golden Ballard.
Oh my gosh, this feels amazing.
Seattle reigns above them all. They can't take it away from us.
One of them walks away crowned the best. The fans have their say tonight on the ESPYs.
The medals and the trophies,
A class of her own.
they've never been the whole story. The story's been a body that's been broken and rebuilt again and again, and always, always getting back up. Records will fall. Grit endures forever.
Please welcome Lindsey Vonn.
Truly. Tonight, this room is full of athletes who are people's heroes. And maybe the biggest hero of them all was an icon who mesmerized us in the boxing ring and made an even bigger impact outside of it. That remarkable combination is what defined Muhammad Ali and what epitomizes the legacy he passed down to the stars to follow, like the one we honor right now. Steph and Aisha Curry's foundation, Eat, Learn, Play, is rooted in the simple belief that every child deserves access to nutritious meals, quality education, and safe spaces to have fun. From there, a kid can do anything.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing? The energy in this room is exactly what it's about. For you all to feel seen, to be heard, to feel loved, to have safe spaces to go and play. And that is what Eat, Learn, Play is about.
We think that those are just the 3 fundamental pillars of raising healthy, happy, thriving children. And so for us to be able to contribute to the community in that way and offer up those 3 things in a really simple, non-intimidating way, I think is very important to us.
Me and my wife were able to start a foundation. I wanted to impact Oakland and the greater Bay Area and be in the village for these kids.
This is the perfect space and opportunity to create lasting memories with each other.
It's a beautiful environment for self-discovery and building confidence and community and friendships.
Stephen and Aisha Curry's foundation, Eat, Learn, Play, has invested more than $100 million to date in resources and support for students in Oakland, providing 35 million nutritious meals to kids and families in need, transforming 24 schoolyards, and committing $20 million to literacy programs and resources.
You know, you're able to have fun, and that allows you to kind of be your best self. We want them to truly believe that anything is possible.
Please welcome the recipient of the Muhammad Ali Sports Humanitarian Award, Stephen Curry.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to say this is truly an incredible honor. I want to thank ESPN, the ESPYs, the Ali family for recognizing me and my amazing wife with this award. When you hear Muhammad Ali's name, I know you think about greatness. And what has inspired all of us in this room is not just what he did in the ring, but his willingness to use his voice, his presence, his platform to stand for something bigger than himself. And this award, being connected to his legacy, is incredibly humbling. But I'm standing here knowing that this recognition is not really about me. It's about what happens when a community shows up for its kids. And Oakland is our adopted hometown, where I spent the first 10 years with the Warriors, where we won our first 3 championships, and where Aisha and I grew up as adults in so many ways. And this city, it wrapped its arms around us from the very beginning. And this is how we continue to give back. And when you invest in a child, you're investing in everything that's possible for their future. And we want to be able to make sure that every kid has the help it needs to thrive and to have the best childhood possible. And that's something that's priceless. And though we've committed a lot of money to getting it done, we know that there's a lot more work to do. Because what we're building in Oakland was never meant to just stay there. I think our dream is to continue to create a model that can be replicated in communities all across this country, and reminding ourselves that none of this happens alone. It takes a village of teachers, principals, families, community partners, volunteers, and everybody who believes that our kids are worth the very best. And so to everybody in this room, don't ever forget that you have a platform, you have a voice, you have everything that you need to make a true impact. And I encourage you to find your Oakland, find what makes you different and where you can have that impact. And we all know what it means to have a team around us. And this is the team that I'm most proud to be a part of. So thank you so much to my entire Eat, Learn, Play Foundation team, our supporters. Most importantly, the city of Oakland and the kids that we get to serve. They inspire us every single day, and they are our reason why. So thank y'all so much for this honor. Thank you.
Up next, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul reunite for another round to present Best Single Game Performance. And later, we announce the winners of Best Play and Best Record Breaker. It's the ESPYs on ABC. The 2026 ESPYs is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by GMC. We are professional grade.
It's all because of you. Yep. I'm feeling sad and blue. Come on. You went away. Now my life's filled with rainy days. Yeah, Rick. I love you so. How much you'll never know. You took your love away from me. Check, check. Yes. Have you ever seen the show with fellas on the mic with woman in rhymes that don't come out right? They bite. They never right. That's not polite.
We lying? Yo, you're great rap. Well, tonight on this very mic, you're about to hear, we swear, best on raps of the year. So, cheerio, scream bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is called a show. Check, check.
For they will inherit the earth.
Have a good time, family. SB, Slick.
For they will see the great good.
Go, Rick. Lottie Dottie, quick daddy.
Come ship my
Another rumble in this, daddy.
Once hit corner.
You told me daddy.
Quick to stitch.
Who's told me I should quit, daddy?
Form abroad.
Body start dip, daddy.
Holy.
Big time this, daddy.
All the four.
Who's sexy than a daddy?
Last of all.
Angelic type of daddy.
Crash me car.
When I was young, was exciting and fun to live on, but something's happening.
Now what is that, son?
Not good for man to be standing, examine. All more adventurous contention cause. Going for more than one war, son.
They catch when I snatch, homie, stop for attack, crony.
Devil is my toy kid. Once upon an annoyed nigga, avoiding unless that me bless, homie. Could've said foot in this, get rumors and said it with the heart of the part of. I'm too high in the hair, my baby boy, I'm the.
And you mind it anytime you wacky tryna.
Don't take it like that. Bear too, Mac out here, dude. Who's a cat in here? Who? Higher up studies, lottie dottie. Nothing could do.
Well, if vicariously through me.
Lottie dottie quit, daddy. Another rubble in the kid's daddy. Peace, SBs, love. Slick Rick the ruler.
One more time for Slick Rick, everybody. Let him hear you. Yes. Hey, Primo, play my cue real quick.
Oh, Marcelo's hosting? I like that.
Thank you. As a Latino, it's very important for me to represent my community every chance I get. And I'd like to take a moment to do that now in a special way. For the first time in the history of the ESPY Awards, I am going to present an award entirely in Spanish. I just thank you, yes, thank you. I just don't want anybody to feel left out, so I just need a translator. Can anybody?
Yeah, I'll do it. I can translate. I can translate for you.
Are you sure? Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
You speak Spanish?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I do.
All right.
Amigo.
Come on
I
up.
was in a little Spanish film.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I was in a little Spanish film called Talladega Noches. So,
okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's do this. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Damas y caballeros, es mi honor esta noche poder presentar este premio tan importante.
Hey, everybody. What's up, gang? We feeling good? I'm excited to present this next award here in the world's greatest sports arena, Madison Square Garden. Can I get a what? What?
Los atletas de esta categoría han podido jugar al nivel más alto con mucha dedicación y mucha disciplina.
As a young boy growing up in Miami, I didn't have many friends. Most of my friends were stray dogs I'd collected in the neighborhood. And I gave them names. There was George, there was Peaches, there was Alexander. Often late at night, I would press my private parts against electrical...
I didn't even talk for that long.
What? Hey, I'm just I translate what I hear. I don't know why you're being so revealing to this audience.
Okay, let's keep going. Just chill.
I'm chill.
Okay.
I'm a translator. I'm a very chill translator.
Okay. Estos atletas todos son una inspiración para todos nosotros.
You can't say that. These are good people. These are good people. I will not translate that. How dare you? How dare you?
I didn't say...
These are good people.
I wasn't even... I'm sorry, man. I don't think this is gonna work, dude. That was crazy what you just did. Y yo te voy a decir ahora la verdad. Tú te estás pasando sádicamente.
I hate the beach too.
I didn't say that.
Look, I feel like I let you down.
You did.
Sorry.
You let me down in front of all these people I admire very much. It's okay. We'll just let someone else do the award.
I don't speak real Spanish.
What?
I speak breakdance Spanish. It's a dialect. By the way, your dialect is so hard to understand. It's incomprehensible.
Just do the introduction, if you can.
Es un honor para mí presentar del Miami Heat Bam Adebayo y uno de mis raperos favoritos, French Montana.
Where the f did that come from?
I win ever since you left me. More wins, more plays, more dunks, more hate ever since you left me. More bang, more chain, countdown, NBA today. I went deaf with the Knicks.
Before the Heat, before the NBA All-Star teams, before 83 points in one game, I was a college athlete. I know what it takes to succeed on that level.
I'm in New York, I had to do that. Greatness recognizes greatness, and these athletes been putting on for their schools, for their cities, and for the next generation. Here's your nominees for the best college athlete in men's sports.
Soldier boy, I've been it. Why me crank it, why me roll?
Cam Boozer. They just cannot guard him. That's a man's jam.
You got what I need.
To Villa, the most prolific scorer in the country. Mendoza fired up. The dream season for Indiana. That's the Heisman winner. Mitchell Messery, he's that guy. Becoming a two-time NCAA champion.
And the ESPY goes to Fernando Mendoza. Man, I ain't even let me get it right.
Thank you, everybody. It's such a blessing to be here. First off, I want to give all the glory to God. Football. Thank you. Football is the ultimate team sport, and although this award has one name on it, it belongs to so many people. I want to give a huge thanks to my family, my coaches, my beloved Hoosier Nation, and most importantly, out of all of them, my beloved teammates. Love you guys. Appreciate everything you guys done for me. I also want to give a big congratulations to all the other nominees and all the amazing athletes being honored here tonight. God bless. Go Raiders. Thank you, guys.
And now, here are the nominees for the Best Athlete, Women's Sports.
Best College Athlete, Women's Sports, presented by Geico.
Guess who? Madison Taylor.
The best in the country.
Faith Torres, ice in her veins.
The MVP for Oklahoma.
Lauren Betts making her presence felt.
Most outstanding player of the NCAA tournament, Olivia Babcock, reigning National Player of the Year.
And the ESPY goes to Lauren Betts.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I just want to say thank you so much to ESPN, to the ESPYs for nominating me. This is unbelievable. I can't believe that I'm here amongst so many of my idols. I'm like really starstruck right now. I want to thank my family. My mom's here, my agent Kaylee. You guys mean the world to me. My family back home watching. My teammates from UCLA, all of my coaches. I love you guys. I wouldn't be here without you. I feel like I have the opportunity with this platform that I have to speak on something that is really important to me. So for a lot of people who know me, they know about my mental health journey and everything that I speak up about and what I'm really open about. And I just want people to know, for people that know about my journeys, that protecting my peace has been the one thing that I've been as fierce about with chasing my dreams. Your mental health is not separate from your success. It is the foundation of everything that you do. And the strongest people aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who have the courage to let someone walk through their struggle with them. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Geico congratulates the winner of Best College Athlete Women's Sports. Let's go celebrate with your team. And yes, I did just invite myself to the after party.
Time is something that cannot be bought. It cannot be wagered with God, and it is not in endless supply. Time is simply how you live your life. We are going to find a cure for cancer, but we need your help. We must continue to donate. We must continue to fight. We must continue to do this together.
Yeah, you can clap for that video, for sure. Earlier tonight, I mentioned my uncle Pepito, who we lost about a year ago to cancer. For the last 33 years, one of the best things about this show has been the work that it does to support the V Foundation for Cancer Research. ESPN, yes, of course, yes. ESPN and the ESPYs have raised more than $290 million for the V Foundation. That's clappable. All the money that we raise tonight goes straight to research for every type of cancer. And as the legendary Jim Valvano said, don't give up, don't ever give up. Please join us in the fight and go to v.org/donate. It may help to save the life of someone that you love. And now, to introduce this year's recipient of the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance, please welcome three-time Cy Young Award winner, Justin Verlander.
It's a privilege to introduce someone whose story has inspired generations of athletes, not only for what he was able to accomplish on the field, but because of his determination to overcome. In sports, we talk a lot about grit, resilience, refusing to give in to the circumstances, even when your back's against the wall. Few people have ever embodied those qualities more than Jim Abbott. Jim didn't just prove that he belonged in the major leagues. He changed the way people thought about what was possible. His determination, excellence, and perseverance inspired countless kids on and off the field to dream bigger than anyone else thought they should. What Jim achieved is extraordinary. Jim didn't just defy expectations, he changed them. And his legacy reaches far beyond baseball.
Not a lot of people would even know what this is. If you walk in, it's kind of indiscriminate and a little ugly. This big hunk of rubber and metal. But this is the pitching rubber from Yankee Stadium, that 4th of September, 1993. That this comes from New York City, that this comes from the Bronx, I think tells a story of not being limited. The world doesn't have to dictate what is possible for you.
Jim Abbott's story began in Flint, Michigan, where he was born in 1967 without a right hand.
There were always awkward glances. You know, I hid my hand in my pocket a lot. But you could make a name for yourself in Flint, Michigan. You could come to find yourself belonging through sports. I used to play these games where I would, move closer and, try to catch it in the air and get it before it, it snuck by me.
Soon, Jim was testing himself on the diamond. and emerging as a star pitcher. His talent took him to the University of Michigan, and then he was a first-round draft pick who went straight to the big leagues.
Fastball got him swinging. Oh, he blew him down.
By 1993, he was a New York Yankee, and on the mound in the Bronx on the first Saturday in September.
Jim Abbott has a no-hitter, 2 outs into the 9th. And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter and shuts out the Cleveland Indians 4-0.
You know, there's times when you're so happy you can barely catch your breath. And that's how I felt. It really happened in Yankee Stadium. Can you believe this? Can you believe it? I hope that it was a bedtime story for a parent out there with a young kid who may see the challenges of his life as insurmountable.
I feel like I have a really big responsibility of carrying on the legacy that Jim Abbott created. It almost feels like that's my job.
Jim Abbott was the foundation because he inspired me to go do the unbelievable and make it believable.
What you do, what you can do with what you got.
He's the symbol. He's the guy you want to be.
I idolized him growing up, and I still do. Anybody can do anything, no matter how different you are.
Seattle Seahawks select Shaquille Griffin.
Pickett, a scorer, Carson Pickett. That's her first NWSL goal.
What you can do with what you got.
Please join me in welcoming the recipient of the Jimmy V Award and one of the game's true icons, Jim Abbott.
Thank you so much. Justin, thank you for taking the time to be here, coming to New York. I've always been a big fan. The state of Michigan's well represented here today. My oldest daughter is getting married in November. This is the second most nervous I'm going to be for a speech. Thank you to ESPN. I appreciate everything the following. Thank you to the Jimmy V Foundation. To stand here, to be included, to be in this room with all of you means the world to me, to be included. You know, I was born missing my right hand, and I never wanted to make a big deal about that. I still don't. I know, and you know, there's a lot of people in this world who have it a lot worse than me. The Jimmy V Foundation knows that there's a lot of people in this world who have it a lot worse than me. But being born this way, I knew what it was like to be different. I knew what it was like to be on the outside looking in. And I knew what it was like to want to prove yourself and be on a team. And of all of the great blessings that sports have given me, that sense of belonging is the best. I have so many people to thank. You wouldn't believe the support, the mentorship that I had growing up. My parents, Mike and Kathy Abbott, my brother Chad. Parents, coaches, friends, these people who found the way to help me to do things in life. There was no paradigm, there was no model. I didn't know how to tie my shoes in second grade. My second grade teacher, Don Clarkson, took the time out. He pulled me out in the classroom, took me out in the hallway. I thought I was in trouble. He sat down with one clenched fist and started working with those loops and those laces, and he said, I got it. I know how you can tie your shoes. And that's the way I use to this day because of his generosity of spirit. That's what I was surrounded with. People who helped me to learn to open a can, to button my shirt, to do this damn tie. They helped me to believe that I was up to this challenge. I have to thank my beautiful wife, Dana, for being here. I really, truly believe that we grew up together. My youngest daughter, Ella, my oldest daughter, Maddie. I can't imagine maybe the questions you were asked, the second glances you had to endure or think about, but nothing makes me prouder to be your husband and to be your dad. And if I could just leave you with a quick question. Thank you. Speaking of my youngest daughter asked me one time, completely out of the blue, and I wasn't prepared for it. She said, Dad, do you like your little hand? And I wasn't ready for that. She was so young, I think she was in preschool. And she said, Dad, do you like your little hand? And I don't know where she came up with that. We never called it my little hand at home. But as young as she was, I wanted to say something cool. And it probably was the question that I had been grappling with my whole life. Do I like my little hand? And I looked at her, I said, honey, you know what? I do. I like my little hand. I haven't always liked it. Hasn't always been easy. But it's who I am. And it's taken me to places I never would have gone without it. It's brought me to this stage tonight. My little hand has brought me up on this stage tonight. And it's taught me important lessons. That it's important to believe that you can do things differently in this world and still do them just as well as anybody else. It's important to have focus on what's been given rather than what's taken away, and believe in who you are in the face of great competition, in the face of great challenge. What you bring to the table is the most important thing. If I can leave you all this room of great achievement, of great accomplishment, of celebration, keep believing, keep fighting. So many things are possible if we can believe that we can do things different. Make the most of what you've been given and keep believing in what you bring to the table, then nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. We have to keep believing in things that are possible in this world. Thank you so much. This is an honor of a lifetime.
Up next, the award for Best Single Game Performance, live on ABC. Welcome back to the 2026 ESPYs, presented by Capital One. Please welcome ESPN's Kevin Negandhi.
Before I begin tonight, I want to give a huge shout out to a guy who's watching us, Dick Vitale, who's battling cancer once again. Dickie V, we love you. Keep fighting. You continue to inspire all of us. There are so many huge stars here tonight, and among the biggest ones, these college student athletes on stage with me now. So much impressive talent that's been the foundation of so many incredible moments and so many unforgettable stories. Let's give it up for these stars and all they achieved over the last year. Each year, Capital One recognizes the best athletic programs by awarding the Capital One Cup to the top men's and women's programs in the country, based on their success across all Division I sports. The winners of this prestigious award receive the Capital One Cup trophy and $250,000 for each of their school's student-athlete scholarship funds, courtesy of Capital One. Now, let's meet the winners.
The fans are on their feet.
Hail to the champions! Hail to Michigan! It's over!
Texas, a second national championship in a row. Fire! Texas absolutely flawless.
This is for Michigan, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tegan Cavan from the national champion Texas Longhorn softball team, and Elliot Cadeau from the national champion Michigan Wolverines basketball team, here to accept this award on behalf of their schools. Congrats to both of you and your programs for winning the 2026 Capital One Cup.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza, guys. Come on. I have to say, Fernando, it is an absolute pleasure to meet your mom. You are amazing. Can't believe this is your son. Fernando, you're the first Cuban American to ever win the Heisman Trophy. You're a real trailblazer, yes. Let him hear that. Be so proud. You've taught us a lot, Fernando. You've taught us that Latinos can play quarterback at the highest level. And you taught us that sometimes Latinos are whiter than white people.
That's funny, Marcelo.
Thank you, man.
Unlike you, I also prove Latinos can be tall.
Can't believe you just said that in front of all these people. I don't know who wrote that for you, but someone's getting fired. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome three guys who simply refuse to go down: Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and DJ Khaled.
Assad and Allah, my two beautiful boys, and my wife, I love you so much. And shout out to my brother Joey Crack, rich player, bless up. Man, what an incredible, exciting night, right, champ?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking to Mike, weren't you?
Of course I was talking to the champ, Mike Tyson. What a beautiful night, right, champ?
I agree, yeah, I agree.
All right, let's get to the nominees. ESPYs, you ready? Make some noise. That's right, best single game performance right here. Check it out.
Bam Adebayo.
An attack mode.
30 points. First quarter. Heat record 62.
This is crazy. He is chasing Kobe Bryant.
There it is. 83 points. Second highest in NBA history.
Bases are loaded. Here comes Tice Armstrong.
Oh, grand slam!
The Bears have loaded the bases.
Deep to left field. Armstrong has done it again. That is nuts.
He couldn't possibly, could he? No way! 3 grand slams.
Hidalgo has a steal and another for Hidalgo. 10 steals. You have got to be kidding. 14 steals. Program record, 44 points. NCAA record, 16 steals from Hannah Hidalgo. 1 win from the World Series. There goes Ohtani. Third home run. 10 strikeouts. The greatest night of baseball. Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's you, champ.
And the SB award goes to, check this out, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei could not be here tonight. He sends his gratitude and appreciation to ESPN and everyone who voted for him.
Shohei's a guy.
Tonight on the ESPYs, the 9 best teams in sports are here.
Dodgers win back-to-back titles.
Not a better way to write a script.
A dynasty declared.
We champions.
The United States takes the gold.
So proud of the Americans. Tonight was all for the country.
One of them walks away crowned the best. The fans have their say tonight on the ESPYs.
Yeah. SBs, what up? Come on, get on your feet.
What's pretty good out here?
What's going on?
Party people.
That's right, get on your feet.
What up?
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts.
Come on.
Rich vanilla butter pecan chocolate deluxe. Even caramel Sundays is getting touched. And scooped in my ice cream truck. Who says?
Hey yo, your honey dip, summertime fine jewelry dripping. See you on pickers with a bunch of chickens, how you clicking? Kept shooting strong notes, we got close. She rock roast, honey don't smelling like impulse. Your whole shell, baby's wicked like Nimrod. Call me like a freshwater scrawl, I may not be God. Her attitude is very rude, crabby like seafood. Turn me on and fine, see a law rule. They call me Starkey the One, check the strategy. By any means, Shirley Temple girl, that my Billie Jean. Black Mrs. America, name was Erica, right true. Lazy album, small piece, 6 shoe.
That's right.
Oh, what's going on, SB? ODB, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. Tracy, let's go. I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby,
That's right. Come on, Ghost.
Yo, shimmy, shimmy, on, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. All for the natural charge, born by yard. Yeah, it's the home of the dogs, Brooklyn Squad. Wu-Tang Killer, bees on the swarm. Rain on your college ass disco dawn. For you to even touch my skills, you gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't for the kill now. Drop that down.
Yeah, ladies. That's right, that's right, that's right, y'all.
Yo, what up?
Let's go, let's go.
He lost his lady.
Yeah.
2 months up.
Get him, Ghost. Get him, Ghost.
What? Get him. What up? Maybe here.
That's right, that's right. Come on, ladies.
Turn it up. Yo,
Right.
brothers trying to pass me, but none can match me. No girl can freak me, I'm just too nasty. Lost on the dance floor as I attack y'all. Snuck through the back door, guess who they saw? Who? Goldie and Ghost, Black African Rose. Star-studded low, just put some mirror was dope. Airbrush WB, stop. Cop a couple of these.
She's a hottie. Go.
Yeah.
Ladies. Ladies.
Yeah, get that.
For what?
Get that. Let's go.
Right.
Dance shaking. I'm living in bed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Yes, high it up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and slide up. Yeah, I know.
One in the head, I'm fed.
This is how we do it. Put up.
Rough rider on my dick, bust right through him.
Yeah. Thank you, y'all. The SP. Yeah.
Please welcome mentalist Oz Perlman and 3-time WWE champion Cody Rhodes.
We are honored to present the ESPY for Best Play.
Our nominees for Best Play have dedicated their entire lives to achieving greatness and have given fans moments that they will celebrate and remember for the rest of their lives. And on that note, I want every single person in this room right now, close your eyes and picture the face of someone in sports that gave you a moment that you will never forget. And then, don't yell them out. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, everybody. Why am I holding this ball? As a proud New Yorker, that moment happened for me a month ago when the New York City Knicks brought it home. Champions, first time in 53 years. Cody, we got the starting 5 out here. Pick 2. 2 of the starting 5 to help me out. Who are you going with?
Jalen, Karl Anthony Towns.
Stand up,
please,
gentlemen.
come on
Stand
up.
gentlemen.
Come on.
Gentlemen, imagine that you had a ball in your hand, a position you're used to. But in this case, you have an invisible ball in your hand. Gentlemen, close your eyes, okay? Imagine that ball. And now open your eyes. Quick look to your left. Quick look to your right. Behind you and around. Situational awareness, close your eyes. At this moment, you picture throwing that ball to someone else in this room. Jalen, who are you throwing that ball to?
Fernando Mendoza.
Stand up, Fernando Mendoza. Congrats on winning tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, who are you throwing that ball to?
OG.
OG?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta ask you, can't do somebody else on your team. Okay. So who else would it be?
Myles Garrett.
What?
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. Oh, I changed his mind in the middle. All right, Myles, there it is. He's so used to throwing it to OG just to tip in, you know what I'm saying? Gentlemen, I asked everyone in this room to close their eyes and picture somebody. You each caught a ball. Right there, Fernando, the catch and the ball was the key. The smile right there. Quarterback likes a good receiver. It's Devontae Smith, isn't it?
Yeah, holy shit.
We're on TV, Fernando, but that's how you know it's real. Look at Myles. Myles just got nervous. Myles. Already know who you thought of. Already know. The ball in your hands. Pretend you're looking at it. It's invisible. I think it was a female athlete. Am I right?
Yes.
And when you look down at that ball, do you see anything on it? It's invisible. You got to imagine. But Cody, I told you I already knew. Tell us all, who are you thinking of?
Chloe Kim.
Tell them what I wrote on this ball. Tell them what's on there.
Chloe Kim.
My man is a hopeless romantic. Catch that ball. Catch that ball, Myles. Folks, swear to God, Cody, did I tell you who to pick?
You did not.
Did I tell you who to pick?
No.
Gentlemen, you looked around this room. You could have picked anybody in this room. You dedicated your entire life to achieving greatness, Karl Anthony. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes.
But there's nothing random.
No.
It's destiny.
Nope.
Destiny.
Yep.
Let me grab that for a moment. Marker, I got a marker. Your entire life. When were you born?
November 15, 1995.
What year?
1995.
What was it? November 15th,
Yeah.
1995.
Yeah.
Destiny. Jalen, what jersey number do you wear?
11.
11. Fernando, what jersey number do you wear?
15.
15. Myles Garrett, what jersey number do you wear?
95.
11. 15. 95. You are not nearly loud enough for what you just saw.
Magic, dude. Magic. It was absurd.
You got an envelope?
Give it up for this man and all his famous volunteers. And give it up for these nominees for Best Play.
The Knicks down by 29. Got a chance to pull off the biggest comeback in NBA Finals history.
Brunson gets it, fires up a three.
He put it in, and Anunoby put it in.
Bedlam here at the Garden. The Knicks pull off a miracle comeback.
Overtime, in the line. Weather will take the goal. Keller, nice move, cuts to the net. Score! United States wins gold in Milan.
The Chicago season down to 4th and 4.
Williams backing up, being chased, going way back to his 40. Lofts a pass into the end zone.
Oh my God! Unbelievable! Trip to the
Final four on the line. 72-72, 10 seconds to go. That ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. UConn goes in front. Overtime in the gold medal game. Who will be the hero? United States with numbers. Watch across it comes. Jeff Hughes wins it for the first time since the 1980 miracle. The United States takes the gold.
Would you like to open the envelope?
Come on, Cody. You know I already know who's gonna win.
The ESPY for best play. I think everyone knew who was gonna win. OG!
It's truly such an honor to win an ESPY to cap off an amazing year and special run for our team. To the best fans in the world, we thank you for all your love and support. Winning a championship for this city is truly so special. And I want to thank God, my teammates, the whole entire Knicks organization, and to all those who've supported me along the way. Go Knicks.
Coming up next, Pat McAfee presents the Pat Tillman Award for service. Then later, we announce the winners of Best Athlete, men's and women's sports. It's the ESPYs. Capital One cardholders had access to a VIP ESPYs experience, including meeting their favorite athletes, walking the red carpet, attending the ESPYs, and more. Eligible cardholders can explore additional exclusive events by going to CapitalOne.com/entertainment. Please welcome Pat McAfee and Pittsburgh Steeler Eli Heidenreich.
Pat Tillman would have been 50 years old this November, an NFL star who did the remarkable. He gave up his career to join the armed forces after 9/11 because he felt an obligation to serve his country. Inevitably, he would pay the ultimate price. All this time after his passing, his sacrifice continues to resonate through the impact of the Pat Tillman Foundation. We're honored to be joined by some badass servicemen and women out here tonight, out in theater, and also with one of the best stories from the NFL draft. Ladies and gentlemen, Second Lieutenant for the Marines, Navy star, running back, quarterback, wide receiver, handsome gentleman, now Pittsburgh Steeler, and potentially future Christian McCaffrey, as he represents the Navy and all armed forces on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and whatever the hell else Roger Goodell wants to sell a game. Ladies and gentlemen, Eli Heidenreich.
Just a little over a year ago in Texas, devastating flooding created a natural disaster as unforgettable as any in recent memory, including the loss of 28 people at a girls' summer camp. But the tragedy could have been much, much worse, if not for a hero from the United States Coast Guard.
After running track at Rider University, Scott Ruskin graduated in 2021 and enlisted in the Coast Guard to become a rescue swimmer.
The main thing that really stuck out was the mission, search and rescue. I mean, that's kind of one of the Coast Guard's main missions, right? It's to help other people, hopefully save some lives.
Ruskin's base is in Corpus Christi, Texas. 200 miles southeast of Camp Mystic, an all-girls summer camp that sits on the Guadalupe River.
I woke up to the thunderstorm. The lightning was just very bright and purple. I looked out and I could see from my window the golf course was just an ocean.
Kirk County Sheriff's Office. We live about a mile down the road from Camp Mystic, and we've already got 2 little girls who have come down the river. I'm not sure how many else are out there.
Ian, our aircraft commander, came knocking on everyone's doors. He's like, we're getting launched for a rescue mission. There's a flood, there's people trapped. That was all the information we had.
Ruskin and a flight crew boarded a helicopter which took off toward the flooding, where the Guadalupe River had been rising at a staggering rate of 1 foot every 2 minutes. Overnight, Camp Mystic's lower cabins had already been submerged. Callie McAlery was among the couple hundred campers who'd been stranded for 13 hours.
When I saw the water, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to die. And I was just, remember thinking, what will my mom know?
That morning was every mother and father's worst fears of the unknown. And there's nothing you can do.
Is someone ever gonna find us? When I saw the military, I was like, oh my goodness, this is God's angels right here. And they're gonna get us out.
Showed up, went to the first camp counselor I saw, like, where's the EMT crews, where's the rescue crews? And she's like, you're the first one we've seen. I took maybe like 5 seconds to myself to look around, be like, okay, there's a lot of people here that need to get out of here, and I'm the one getting them out.
With the devastation overwhelming the entire region, the helicopter headed off, leaving Ruskin alone at the camp, tasked with triaging and tending to the nearly 200 stranded campers. By the time more helicopters returned hours later, Ruskin had managed to make a plan amid the chaos, organizing an evacuation that put 10 to 15 girls at a time on flights to safety.
It was a breath of relief. I finally let all the emotions of that night before actually spill out. And I remember I started crying. I can just remember saying to my mom, they're our heroes. They actually got us out.
You think you're just doing a mission, but then to think we were able to like save her, and it's just one person.
Scott Ruskin was ultimately credited with saving 165 lives that day.
He will forever be the Coast Guardman that saved our kids. He will forever be our hero.
Please welcome the recipient of the Pat Tillman Award for service, an absolute badass, living legend who we think is a part of our society, Scott Ruskin.
Wow. First off, thank you everyone so much. I just want to start off by thanking the Pat Tillman Foundation and Marie. It's just such a huge honor for one to be here today, but also just to be associated with Pat. Growing up, I knew all about his story, leaving a massive NFL contract on the table, serve his country. What a legacy. That dude is just a hero. I also want to thank a few special people, mostly my mom and dad. I know it wasn't easy. Random Tuesday when I'm still in college, and I was telling them I wasn't going to be an accountant. I was not doing my degree. And I was actually going to be enlisting in the Coast Guard. There was probably about a week, as any good parent should probably say, "Are you sure about this?" And ever since, they've just been absolutely overwhelming with the support, especially my sister and my girlfriend and my head cross-country coach is here today too, from college. So I just think, they're always so proud of me, and I couldn't have done this without them. Yeah. Thank you. And I know we did just watch an incredible video behind me and on the screen, but I just really want to express that there was a lot of heroes that day that aren't getting an ESPY award. The campers and the camp counselors who were able to help each other out of the floodwater in the middle of the night, hours before I ever showed up or any other rescue crew showed up. Callie and the other girls, you guys are alive today because of your own bravery and your quick action. Those guys actually saved way more lives than we did. I'm obviously also not a pilot. I would never have been able to get to that evacuation site if our pilots Ian and Blair and the flight mechanic Seth, if they didn't navigate the helicopter safely in what is probably the worst flying conditions I or the rest of our crew or a lot of people in the Coast Guard have ever experienced. We're not supposed to fly in that weather. We had any opportunity from our captain to turn around because of the weather, and we still pressed on. There was a lot of other agencies that day that were also doing the exact same risk and taking the exact same mission as us. Once I did get on scene, as you guys saw, I may have been alone on the ground, but air crews and helicopters from the Army's Air National Guard, the Army had the Shiner crew and the Alamo crew. I could not have done that mission without loading the kids onto Black Hawk helicopters with the rescue task force team swimmers there as well. It took a complete army of people to get this done. And of course, still, our hearts go out to the 28 people that lost their lives that day and their families. I think about you guys all the time. Again, if the stage behind me was big enough and we had enough tickets, there would be 100 people standing behind me here today that saved lives, many of whom are working now in a current flood mission going on in Texas. And I'm back on duty Friday. I will be back there. But I am just so incredibly honored today to accept the Pat Tillman Award on behalf of all of them currently working and those that saved lives that day. Thank you, everyone.
Coming up, the award for Best Record-Breaking Performance. It's the ESPYs, live on ABC. Welcome back to the 2026 ESPYs, presented by Capital One.
You'll be all right. Keep it going, baby. Keep it going.
How am I doing, boys?
Fabulous and spectacular as well.
Thank you. God, Mike. Any words of encouragement, guys?
Break a leg.
That's exactly what I told Conor McGregor.
Jeff, that was disgusting, man. It made me want to bite my own ear off.
That's a good one. You got you.
That's bad.
All right. I got to get back out there, but Mike, will you punch me in the face for good luck?
No.
Okay, all right. That's the test, and you passed. I got to get back out there.
kid.
Come on, Snap. We can do it. Hey, what's that, vodka?
Tequila.
Nasty. Yeah.
Give it up for Mike Tyson and Jeff Ross one time. My corner men. Guys, please welcome Emmy Award winner and star of the upcoming film Haunted Heist, Tiffany Haddish, and three-time Olympic medalist, Chloe Kim, everybody.
Now, first
First woman to win consecutive half-pipe gold medals. First woman to land a 1260 half-pipe trick. Half-pipe, girl, I'm gonna have to teach you how to do the full one. Now, youngest woman ever to win the Olympic snowboarding gold. Chloe here knows how to break a record.
And so do you, right?
Yes, girl. Oh, yes. Most consecutive years is being fine as hell.
And counting.
That part. Keep counting, girl. Give me the high five. Give me a five. That didn't work, but okay, go ahead.
We need to try that again. Okay, that's not for us, maybe. Here are the nominees for Best Record-Breaking Performance.
The Best Record-Breaking Performance, presented by GMC.
Zawe is attempting the once unimaginable. The first marathon in under 2 hours.
Miles Garrett
coming for the record. He got it! Zach number 23, the new Zach King. Bravo just left everyone in the rear view. The first to win 6 gold medals at the Olympic Winter Games. Klabo is king.
They wanna step like me. I told them catch up.
For the Super Regions! 42 home runs, the most ever in a single season.
And the ESPY goes to...
Who is he?
Miles Garrett.
Miles!
Well, shit. I wasn't expecting to win, so I didn't have much time to think about what I was going to say. So just want to say thank you, babe, for keeping a secret like that, because you definitely knew. I want to thank my parents. I know it's not easy. I can get kind of locked in and focus on my sport. And now I know we all try to enter our zone as athletes. And sometimes the people who mean the most of us kind of take a bit of a back seat for our journeys that we go on throughout the season. So I want to thank them for always loving me and supporting me in their own ways. I want to thank my brother, my sister. They athletes in their own right and dominating their field, and they know what it's like, and they know how to support someone who's going through a lot. I want to thank Coral, Shay, Nicole, Jeremy, John, Brian, my whole team, as far as my wellness, my health. They help keep me on the up and up and keep me running. I couldn't do anything without those guys, and I'm blessed to have them. I'm blessed to be on this stage, and most of all, this is it's an honor, and I got a lot of catching up to do with this beautiful woman behind me.
A'ja Wilson is so dominant.
It's A'ja Wilson's world.
First 30-20 game in history.
Unprecedented fourth MVP.
Nothing else matters more than this moment.
Baby, this my specialty. I'm dunking on them. MVP.
A'ja Wilson! That's 3 of a kind!
We have to start talking about A'ja Wilson as the best player ever.
AT&T is proud to recognize A'ja Wilson. Up next, Jason Tatum and Allison Felix announce the Gatorade Players of the Year. And later, Robin Roberts presents the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage. It's the ESPYs on ABC. Please welcome the most decorated track and field athlete of all time, Allison Felix, and NBA champion, Jason Tatum.
Every year, Gatorade recognizes the nation's best high school athletes. From 610 state players of the year, we welcome 12 nominees.
Tonight, we'll announce the Gatorade's best female and male players of the year. But first, we want to take a moment to recognize these 12 incredible athletes, the Gatorade National Players of the Year.
Please hold your applause until we've introduced all 12 athletes. From Texas, Sophie Peterson, volleyball. From New York, Olivia Vukosa, girls basketball. From Michigan, Natasha Dudek, girls cross country. From Georgia, Caroline Stanton, softball. From Missouri, Maddie DiMaria, girls soccer. From Georgia, Melanie Doggett, girls track and field.
From Missouri, Jackson Cantwell, football. From Utah, Jackson Spencer, boys cross country. From Texas, Grady Emerson, baseball. From Virginia, Jordan Smith Jr., boys basketball. From New Jersey, Marcus Jackson, boys soccer. From Michigan, Zacchaeus Brox, boys track and field. Let's hear it for the Gatorade National Players of the Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back from commercial in 45 seconds.
What defines my name? Name existed forever.
For more than 40 years, Gatorade has recognized the most accomplished athletes in high school sports through the Gatorade Player of the Year award. These teen athletes embody what it means to be a Gatorade Player of the Year, showcasing athletic excellence, academic achievement, and exemplary character, upholding the legacy of the legendary winners who've come before them. Is it in you is a question each competitor has answered with their consistency. Greatness comes from the sacrifice and discipline it takes to be the best, on and off the field. And these student athletes are dedicated to perfecting their craft, pursuing knowledge, and giving back to their communities. Each nominee has earned this honor, and we're thrilled with their additions to the Gatorade Player of the Year legacy.
Please welcome the most decorated track and field athlete of all time, Allison Felix, and NBA champion, Jason Tatum.
Every year, Gatorade honors the best high school athletes across the country for their accomplishments in their sport, in the classroom, and in their communities. From 610 state players of the year, they've named 12 national honorees.
These are the next generation of stars, and up for Gatorade's Best High School Players of the Year. Before Allison brought home 11 Olympic medals and Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone set records.
Before Jason became an NBA champion and Cooper Flagg was named NBA Rookie of the Year, we all won this award. And the 2026 Gatorade Best High School Female Player of the Year is Maddie DiMaria, Koryesu Academy, soccer.
The 2026 Gatorade Best High School Male Player of the Year is Grady Emerson, Fort Worth Christian School, baseball. Congratulations, Grady and Maddie, and to all 12 national honorees. Thank you.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Kenny Warren. I love this man. I didn't know what an OG was until I met this man. When I was a teenager, he let me sell tickets, comedy tickets, on the street in exchange for 5 minutes of stage time when I first came to New York. And a lot of people don't know this, but Kenny was a basketball star at Cal State Bakersfield. He took the Roadrunners to back-to-back Division II national championships, including a historic 33-0 undefeated season. He was an All-American guard who finished with 1,265 points and a school record 520 assists. And he's my OG in comedy. So I think it would be really cool for all of these exceptional athletes to clap for this slightly less exceptional athlete. Thank you, man. I love you, bro.
Wait a minute. You had me come down here 2 trains for this?
Yeah, bro, what?
Marcelo, I love you, but you stupid.
I love you, Kenny. He cuts hair in Harlem if you need him. And now, please welcome Olympic gold medalist Alyssa Liu and Kendall Coyne Schofield, and sports icon Billie Jean King.
Performing on the biggest stage, competing for the biggest prize, as one of my heroes once said, that kind of pressure is a privilege.
It is such an honor to stand here alongside Billie Jean tonight, knowing that the barriers she broke through are the foundation of so much progress for women's sports and sports at large.
Being here with you is important because it reminds us how much new generations can keep making a difference in sports and beyond.
Since 2019, the Billie Jean King Youth Leadership Award has recognized young people like these who use a love of sports to improve their communities. The honor rewards them with college scholarships and direct grants to support their work.
This year's honorees are 17-year-old Julia Howe from California, the founder of Hitting the Wall, an organization dedicated to ensuring teen girl athletes stay in sport without sacrificing their health to do so.
Also from California, 24-year-old Sam Phillips, a former NCAA gymnast working at the organization Athlete Ally to advance LGBTQ+ inclusion, athlete well-being, and representation in college sports.
And 22-year-old Khalees Armstrong, a former Division I track and field star who is using sport to advance youth health education, safety, and community equity in Washington, D.C.
Congratulations. Go for it. Congratulations to all the winners. You are an inspiration to us all. Thank you.
Tonight on the ESPYs, we honor the 9 best teams in all of sports.
The Hurricanes have won the Stanley Cup for everybody. A second national championship in a row. I'm so proud to be a Longhorn.
First modern era, 16-0 team and national champion. Great job, let's go!
One of them walks away crowned the best. The fans have their say tonight on the ESPYs. The 2026 ESPYs is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
When people say to me, how do you get through life, or each day's the same thing? Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And that's what I'm going to try to do every minute that I have left. Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind. It cannot touch my heart. And it cannot touch my soul. And those 3 things are going to carry on forever.
Please welcome Chris Berman.
One of those unforgettable nights, whether we were here that evening in New York or you've seen it ever since on TV. Our buddy Jimmy V, right in New York City, the very first ESPYs, 93, receiving the very first Arthur Ashe Award for Courage. You think of everything that has come out of that night. For example, the V Foundation has awarded nearly $500 million, that's right, $1 billion to fund cancer research. And the work is not done yet. Please donate tonight if you can. And now to present this year's Arthur Ashe Award for Courage, it's my absolute privilege to welcome the 2013 recipient of the award from ABC's Good Morning America, my dear friend and colleague, Robin Roberts.
Good. I don't know if you realize this, but it was Arthur Ashe's birthday last week. Now, to those of us who were blessed to call him a friend and be part of the legacy of this award, this time of year is always so incredibly meaningful. because we still miss him so much, but also because we know Arthur's spirit and his legacy soar above us with this honor. Arthur's courage was intertwined with his grace in the barriers he broke as an African-American athlete, in the work he did as a humanitarian, in the battles he fought with his health. He set quite an example for all of us, in particular for athletes who followed in his footsteps as different kinds of pioneers. Jason Collins was one of those pioneers. Like Arthur, his story ended far too soon. And like Arthur, it will endure for many, many years to come.
Why are you unafraid?
I think because I'm so surrounded by love. And I know that my family is so strong, and they will be okay. Oh, yeah.
Talked about the impact that Jason Collins is making here tonight.
Some athletes are remembered for winning championships, others for setting records. Jason Collins will be remembered for simply telling the truth.
Oh, hello.
The ability to speak out without knowing what the result will be. While it might hurt you, it will help others. That's what courage is about.
He was a true example of what it means to be a pro, but also to be a great teammate. Not a good teammate, but a great teammate.
For 13 seasons, Collins fit comfortably inside NBA locker rooms. But privately, he was carrying something that even his twin brother couldn't fully grasp.
There were parts of him and his personality that he hid from everyone, quite frankly, including myself. I would like to think that he was happy, but I know that he was much happier when he came out.
His revelation came on April 29th, 2013.
NBA free agent center Jason Collins has become the first active men's player in a major team sport to announce that he is gay.
First person through the door gets bloodiest. He was strong enough, courageous enough, the character to handle whatever was going to come his way.
A tug of war of, is this the right thing to do? Is this the right time? Sometimes when you do incredible things, there's never the right time. It's just the time is now. And in Jason's eyes, if you asked him, he wasn't looking to be a pioneer. He was just looking to live life the right way.
The headlines will be engraved in history. Up close, the impact will be just as transformative.
The day that he came out was one Jason, and literally the very next day was a totally different Jason. The person who walked into our house wearing what he wanted to wear, being who he wanted to be.
I chose to come out. There was no scandal or anything. This was like, I feel that I am good enough to play in the NBA, and by the way, I'm gay.
Collins retired from basketball in 2014 and then began living the life he'd long imagined, including marrying the man he loved. Then, last August, came a very different challenge.
When he first got diagnosed, he was scrolling through Wikipedia to find out about glioblastoma and how basically it's a death sentence. He wanted to fight it and see how long he could sustain his life, because it might actually help other people.
Before he left for an experimental treatment in Singapore, Jason's family gathered for an early Thanksgiving. The future was uncertain. The love surrounding him was not.
You really are like a brother to me. You're a surrogate dad to these kids. They love you so much.
I know we call you Tio Jason, but most of the time you're like a dad to us. When you would pick me up from basketball practice or take me to my games, And you would just sit there and watch, or you would tell me at the end how proud you were of me. It meant the world. It really did.
Always.
The overseas treatment didn't offer a cure, but it did grant him a few precious months. Then, in April, things took a turn for the worse.
You could see how the disease was taking over. You could see how, it had spread, and I knew that he could hear us, but most of his functions were done.
A lot of people would have tapped out with what he was dealing with at the end, and he didn't. He fought all the way to the end.
Give me a minute.
Jason Collins died on May 12, 2026. He was 47 years old. But courage has a way of outliving the courageous.
Dear Coach Collins, I'm writing you to send my condolences for the loss of your brother. Although I did not know him personally, I really respect him for coming out and doing what he did.
It opened my mind that the closeted life my partner and I were living could be openly lived. I just wanted to make sure that his brother knew that Jason Collins mattered.
Murray Meadow plays club rugby in Atlanta. He's proof that Jason's legacy is far from complete.
Sports brings people together, but people like Jason Collins, they paved the way for that to be possible. There's no telling the number of people and the number of lives he saved from suicide, from depression. Not the outside world, not people being bullies, but just saving people from themselves, from making mistakes, because he said it's okay.
That, to me, is the ultimate definition of courage, that I don't care what it costs me. If I can help one person, if I can help two people, it's worth it. If any of us can aspire to be a quarter of the person, the partner, the man, the teammate that he was, that's what we should all dream to be.
It is truly an honor to welcome Jaron Collins to the stage to represent his brother Jason, the recipient of the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage.
Wow. I miss my brother. I wish that he was here standing to accept this award. But I find myself honored to be here and accept this award on his behalf. I know that if he were here tonight, he would want to thank some people for their love and support throughout his life. His husband, Brunson. Thank you. The rest of our family, our mom and dad, my aunt and uncle, my wife, our children, and everyone else in our close circle, all of his teammates, coaches, and friends in the basketball world, and everyone who uplifted him in his journey after coming out in his battle with glioblastoma. My brother had a true passion for tennis. He was actually obsessed. He traveled to many tournaments and watched many games, many matches at Arthur Ashe Stadium. He admired Arthur Ashe.
not only for being an incredible tennis player, but also a pioneer in this world. This award would mean so much to him. These past few months, I told my brother repeatedly he was the bravest and strongest man I'd ever known. He lived his life with authenticity, with grace and strength and joy. The courage he showed and the way he moved in this world truly made him a trailblazer, an inspiration to so many others, and his impact will be remembered. I am humbled and thankful for the amount of support our family has received these past couple months. And I'm grateful every time people I don't even know come up to me and say how much of a powerful impact my brother's decision to come out impacted their life in a powerful way. When Jason was diagnosed with glioblastoma, he was willing to share his experience, his treatments, and his plan with the hope that if not for him, then for others. I pledge to make sure that tonight is not the end of my brother's legacy. It's just the beginning. There are so many more people who can benefit from hearing his story, and it's our responsibility to keep telling it and carry on what he started. Our lives, my brother and I, were mistaken for one another, our whole lives. That's just life as a twin. Very few people know what that is. Now that scenario has a whole different significance to me. I've never been more proud of Jason than in this moment right now. What a true accomplishment. Thank you for recognizing my brother. Thank you all.
One, two.
ESPYs, how y'all feeling?
How y'all doing, ESPYs? How y'all doing? For the love of sports and music, everybody get out your seats and party with De La Soul right now.
You want to party?
Let me see y'all. Everybody, let me see everybody stand up. Come on
now.
now.
Stand up. Check it out. Now
when we say vibe, we want y'all to say vibration. Come on.
Stakes is high.
Say what? You know them stakes is high. When we say vibe, we want y'all to say vibration. Come on.
Stakes is high.
Say what?
You know them stakes is high. Listen, the instamatic focal point, bringing damage to your bubble. Be some brothers from the east with some beats that be thorough. Run solar gravitation and we're bound to pull it. We gets down like brothers are found, ducking from bullets. Gun control me using both hands in my land, and it's all about cautious living. Am I great too? Higher for my consequence.
Compliments
of struggling shouldn't be notable. Every word said be hip hop quotable. Party people, listen. We need your help to say these 3 words. We're gonna say run it back, but this is how we're gonna do it. Listen. All right, Mason, show me. 1, 2, 3.
Run it back. 1, 2, 3.
Run it back. Help me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Party people, we in New York. Home of the Knicks. You gotta get louder than that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The birth of a team here to clean up the turf. The work of the dream. Change the regime. Clean every day with the words that we spray. Be the way. Run it back. We the pawns with the dice. Sauce with the slice on the plate. Weight, height. Ain't no pawns on the right. We the men never mice. When we on to the vice of the night. Never get put my rap on the line. The math of the sign that we make. Be the cake that we stack on my grind. I'm a one of a kind. One from the vine with the 1, 2, 3. It's the thing that we hang around our neck like a chain. The piece of the pain. The least of the lane that the flows travel down. The sound be the rock, cocaine to the drain on the train. Overdue for the new when you beg for the brew that we serve. You heard, you don't have a clue how it's made. The boom, back, full on the bed. Who can drop on the mat? We the stars of the seed and we stand on our toes with our feet exposed to the concrete. Our ears in the street, our minds in the stars. Man, y'all know who we are. New York Knicks, run it back. Thank you, y'all.
Hey, New York, give it up one more time for De La Soul. Yes, yes, welcome back to the ESPYs. I want to say, who's hosting? DJ Prem, who's hosting?
Marcelo's hosting? I like that.
Welcome back, y'all. Myles Garrett is here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett broke the all-time sack record last season. Congratulations, man. I'm very proud of you. You're an inspiration to me, especially because our bodies are so similar. I see myself on the field. And tonight, like you, I've decided to break a record myself. I'm about to break the record for most Dominican baseball players' names said in 1 minute. Okay? Can I get a minute on the clock, please? And I would say more, but these are just some of my favorites. Here we go. Felipe Alú, Moisés Alú, Mati Alú, Jesús Alú, Albert Pujol, Sammy Sosa, José Bautista, Fernando Rodney, Luis Castillo, Nelson Cruz, Bartolo Colón, Miguel Tejada, Julio Franco, Vladimir Guerrero Papá, Vladimir Guerrero Niño, Ubaldo Jiménez, Johnny Cueto, Francisco Cordero, Starling Marte, Ketel Marte, Manny Ramírez, José Ramírez, Jali Ramírez, Arami Ramírez, George Bell, Pedro Martínez, Caro Peña, Jeremy Peña, Willy Tavera, Plácido Polanco, Robinson Cano, Juan Marichal, Adrián Beltré, Manny Machado, Edwin Encarnación, Juan Encarnación, Alfonso Soriano, Rafael Dever, Rafael Fulcal, Juan Soto, Carlos Santana, Domingo Santana, Elvin Santana, José Reyes, Fernando Tatí Papá, Fernando Tatí Niño, Julio Rodríguez, and of course, my uncle, Big Papi David Ortiz, el mío. And that's one Luis Castillo. There's another one, too. There's two Luis Castillo. I want to make that clear. The other one played for the Marlins. I love you, Papi. Te quiero, mío. Now, presenting our next award, please welcome one of the biggest musical stars in the world and the only fictional running back currently on Peacock, Rauw Alejandro and Tracy Morgan.
We are here to present the award for Best Athlete, Men's Sports. As one of the hottest artists in Puerto Rico, I think I know how to handle the big stage.
Tracy, that's my line.
I don't know. I'm pretty hot in Puerto Rico. And this next line definitely sounds more like you than me. Just read it.
I'm so in love with the Knicks, I might get them pregnant. Willis Reed is my biological father.
Classic Rauw Alejandro observation. This is going great.
I agree to disagree. I'm just going to shout out K-Town, Jose Alvarado, and all my beautiful Latino brothers and sisters here tonight. And then show this tape. Here are the nominees for Best Athlete, Men's Sports.
We hope you enjoyed these bloopers.
The Best Athlete Men's Sports Award, presented by Miller Lite.
Listen, yeah, that kid is in the jungle. Kid is in the jungle.
How much fun is he to watch? Messi!
You know what? I send shots for your team.
MLS MVP, 29 goals. He is beyond compare. Shohei Ohtani! Not just the best hitter, but the best pitcher. The stuff of legend!
Kid is in the jungle. Kid is in the jungle.
Nobody throws that ball better than Matthew Stafford. That's a touchdown! MVP! Jalen Brunson, Captain Clutch has come alive. A playoff run that'll go down in history.
Kid is in the jungle.
And the ESPY goes to Jalen Brunson!
First and foremost, to be awarded this award and with a group like that means the world. So I want to say thank you to the fans. I really do appreciate y'all. my family, my teammates, just everyone that's always believed in me. I lost the words. You know, it's been a hell of a run, to say the least.
The 2026 ESPYs is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Miller Lite. With great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Here are the ESPY Awards given earlier as voted on social media. Best Sports Card, Macklin Celebrini. 1 of 1 exquisite rookie shield autograph. Best Tunnel Fit, Lewis Hamilton. Best Celebration, UCLA National Championship Dance. Please welcome from the NBA champion New York Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns, and last year's breakthrough athlete, Ilona Maher.
The athletes in this next category inspire us in the present and give girls around the world new ideas of who they can be in the future.
All while being 100% badass. Here are your incredible nominees for Best Athlete in Women's Sports.
The Best Athlete Women's Sports Award, presented by TJ Maxx.
The world is a vampire.
Shiffrin, golden again! Shiffrin has crushed the world! Wins Olympic gold! Asia Wilson!
The scoring title, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year.
The Wilson Show. What can't you do? Nelly Corda.
Best I've ever seen her.
Dominating year, 2 major titles.
Coronation for Corda.
The captain, Hillary Knight. Score! Golden Ball!
The Olympic goal-scoring all-time leader.
And the ESPY goes to
Asia Wilson, come on.
Come on.
Asia, come on. Asia Wilson could not be here tonight. We accept this award on her behalf.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the award for Best Team.
In a society that tells us to fit in, I stand out. I love to stand out with how I present myself and the way I dress. TJ Maxx is changing the game for women in sports by not making us change. TJ Maxx. Maxx, what makes you, you.
Presenting Best Team, 7-time Olympic gold medalist, Simone Biles.
Most of the greatest individual achievements in sports would be impossible without the team. A group of people all across the world coming together for a common goal. It's the team that serves as a symbol of what humanity can achieve when we pull in the same direction.
It's over! It's over! The party is on!
Fulfilling our hearts.
Everyone in front of us, we're going to find a way.
For vitalizing our faith.
Good things take a long time sometimes.
Champions walk together forever. For making us feel things we'll never forget.
The losers are flipping champs! Let's go!
By coming together as one.
I love you, brother.
Thank you for giving all of us a reason to believe. And the ESPY goes to the New York Knicks.
New York City! Let's go! I'm all the way up! I'm all the way up! I'm all the way up! Nothing can stop me!
my O's, I'm cruise. I took the shorty uptown, showing off for new things. Couldn't take it all, so I gave her own chain. She called me top shot, so yeah, I keep a few things. Champion sound, yeah, I got a few rings, and I'm all the way up. Let's go, Nick!
Hey. Again, thank you so much. You may see someone is missing up here.
I want to say thank you to the ESPYs for pulling Josh Hart's invite.
Thank you, appreciate y'all, ESPYs, so much. We really appreciate that. I'll say thank y'all from all my teammates, and I hope this trophy, especially here in New York, getting this trophy shows the word love. The love of each other, and this team is what got us through the humps in December when we weren't playing our best basketball. The love of the fans is what got us back down 29 at home. Yes. And as also, I think this award shows the love of New York, because the love of New York made this whole journey and this whole accomplishment of winning a championship worth it. So thank you, New York. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to the organization for giving us this chance and believing in us. Shout out, and always, Knicks in 5.
New York, give it up one more time for your New York Knicks, everybody. Let them hear you. Yo, stay out here. Hey, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to ESPN and ABC for giving me the opportunity. Can't believe I get to be around all of y'all. Shout out to my mom and my dad, my family that's here. I love you guys. I love you to my sister, my girl. I love you guys. Shout out to my tío Pepito in the sky. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fat Joe.
Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Have. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Have. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need.
I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Knicks in 5. Woo! I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. For my hitters with Bentley Coupes and Rolexes. Kick a chick out the room and give her no breakfast. Had to stairs to Juicy women so reckless. I'm talking shorty uptown, showing off for new things. Couldn't take it all, so I gave her own chain. She called me top shot, so yeah, I keep a few things. Champion sound, yeah, I got a few rings, and I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. And if you ask anybody where I live, they point to the hills and say, go all the way up. Go all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Just left the big house to a bigger house.
What? Ooh la la la. New York City, yo, Scott, I see you, boy. ESPY Awards 2027. Get ready.
Going Viagra.
That means I'm all the way up. And you can stay up.